feels like you are the one taking the session right now. So I'm just curious, does that happen in every session, or I've been constantly speaking, which does not happen in a. I never
Okay,
actually read. I
got it.
like the definition about, like, I love the definition as
Yeah,
well and
like
as a
reading
teacher,
is a
but I
good
wasn't.
habit always.
Yes,
Like
I found it very cool.
you're running towards things. Like why? Like it's never enough. Like you will
It
have
will
to
never be
keep
enough.
one thing in your
Exactly.
mind because and even though like if you are going to compare yourself with other, just you are going to find it out you are always less. Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon. Just a second. I'll just fix my. Yeah. Okay. So good afternoon. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Good evening. I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for asking, ma'am. How about you?
I'm good too. Thank you. Thank you for asking as well. So we're meeting for the first time, and this is just your 16th session, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So would you like to tell me a little bit about yourself?
Why not? Thank you for asking first. And my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi and speaking to you from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to my education, I have done with my degree that is BCom Honors Accounting. And now I'm
Okay.
pursuing my master's degree that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. Along with that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm running a YouTube channel which is based on spoken English. So this is all
Mm-hmm.
about myself. Thank you.
Right. I saw that you had mentioned a little introduction about yourself in the profession part of your, I mean,
I
profile or
did.
whatever it is, right? Yeah, I
Yes.
really like that. Hardly anybody uses that. In fact, I mean, I didn't. How did you know? Like, did you know that that part would be visible to the speakers, to us?
I think I know that. Of course, once I got that, you can fill that information. So I did that. Mhm.
Yeah,
So that's why
hardly
I thought
anybody
like
ever
it will
does.
be good for the people to know that speakers like you. Before that,
Definitely.
also they can know. Mhm.
Right. It gives a little idea about who I'm going to talk with, who I'm going to interact with. Okay.
Exactly.
Right. So what do you put up in this YouTube channel of yours?
The YouTube channel, of course, I have been putting a lot of sessions with the good professionals where I
Oh,
think
okay.
like the people who are the beginners, if they would like to listen, of
Mm-hmm.
course, they are going to learn a lot that how to make
Okay.
a natural conversation and how to give an answer while the teachers or trainers they are asking to you. And the second thing,
Right.
sometimes I would like to put videos related to my own journey where like how
Uh-huh.
I learned and which kind of things I follow. So this kind of videos I'm putting. And yeah, of course, that's all about my YouTube channel.
Okay. And how's that going for you? Like, are you earning
Nowadays,
subscribers?
it's going really nice, and I'm putting my 120% on
Oh,
that.
then that
Nowadays,
would
I'm just
definitely
putting a
show.
lot of
Right.
efforts.
Right. That's great. I mean, I'm pretty sure that will be reflected in your journey for sure.
Oh, thank you.
And so tell me about English. Like, why did you join Clapping in the first place? Uh,
Yes, when it comes to the Clapingo, as I said that I have been running a YouTube channel and I would like to see myself as a better speaker. And I want
okay.
others to learn from my videos as well. So I found that
Okay.
on Clapingo, I can find out good professionals and good, experts who can give
Uh-huh.
me the feedback. Along with that, I can learn a lot from them. I can polish my spoken skills. Talking one on one, what I feel it is going to enhance my that podcasting skill as well, talking to the people, inviting to them, and while talking to the tutors, of course, it's really amazing. And it is based on customized learning. I can ask
Right.
anything, whatever I want, and even though the speakers they can ask anything. So that's why I just joined Clappingo.
Okay. So like, have you already started with podcasts, or is that a like pipeline plan or something like that?
I do invite people who are the the YouTubers like me. Of course, I am just
Right.
talking to them, and I would like to ask about their journey. So this is the beginning
Okay.
part, and I'm getting confidence, and I hope that in future I will get good opportunities to talk with great people. I think.
Okay. Amazing. So,
Thank you.
right. I mean, yeah. I mean, podcasting is so popular these days, right? So, do you have
Yes.
any topics in mind regarding which you would like to discuss with other people, or would it be about English, or?
See, the first thing is that the English is pedestal in English, communication skills are like, that is the pedestal. First, you will have to level up yourself to talk about everything, right? How
Right.
world is going to listen you. First, you will have to be good enough in this language because English
Mm-hmm.
is a universal language. That's what I thought.
Right.
First, start with it. After that, I'm open to talk about anything. A lot of topics are there, like physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and several things are there. So I would love to have conversation with people of different professions, so I can know a lot of things about them on related to their like profession. That's what I want.
Okay, amazing. Really, really interesting. And it's so nice to see so many people, starting up YouTube channels these days and venturing into different unknown territories. I mean, these things are pretty new, right? And yet, like, people have the courage, and it's
Exactly.
very interesting. And yeah, all the best
Yeah,
to you
but
for this
yeah,
journey of
thank you
yours.
for
Yeah.
that. For me, actually, I'm the big fan of people like Jess 80 and Ranveer Lavadya. So they brought this
Same.
like in our country several years
Right.
ago, and they are doing really well. So they became the one of the greatest people in our country. So that's why I feel so that I will be able to put my uniqueness also in the front of the people, because as I can see, a lot of people are there on YouTube, but you are always having a chance to put your own uniqueness and do something
Right.
different.
Right.
Because even
Right.
though we are doing the same, if I'll give you an example, there are a lot of stores in the market like about the noodles and the burger, but then also
Mhm.
you will find some specific restaurant which is famous for any kind of specific thing, right? So the same kind of thing I want from myself to do and go forward and do it. And once I will become confident enough, I will start doing such things. And yeah, this is the journey, what I feel. So I'm enjoying it.
Amazing, amazing. I love your confidence, love your spirit, love the spark you have. And it's much needed, especially if you want to venture into something like social media. So you would have
Mhm.
to have that. And, along the lines of what you just said, I read something on somebody's story status somewhere yesterday that, yeah, even though a lot of similar content is out there, but
Mhm.
you are unique at the end of the day, right? So if you
Mhm.
have some uniqueness about you, then people will like it, people will appreciate it,
Mhm.
and you will grow.
Mhm.
So yeah, like you said, if you just find that about yourself and portray it in a nice way to the world, I think a lot of people will be ready to appreciate it. And yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yes, Sonali ma'am, I'm so curious to know about yourself
Hmm.
as well.
Oh,
It
okay.
will be really nice.
Yeah, okay. So I'm an engineer and I was in the IT sector for a while, but then I quit my job, and right now I'm preparing for some exams and doing some things on the side, and as a part-time I'm working here as a speaker as well.
Oh wow.
That's
Just you
so
came from the technical background. So
yes.
how did you feel about that as you were the part of IT for a few days or few months? So
Yeah, it's a few months, like almost years, but not almost, like more than a year, but yeah, I
yes.
personally liked it. I didn't have any um, negative experience. Okay. So, like a lot
Mhm.
of people, if you ask, generally have something, the pressure was too much. And honestly, I didn't
Mhm.
work for a long time. So, that is why maybe the pressure had not built up by then. Maybe that's one of
Mhm.
the reasons. But personally,
Mhm.
I enjoyed the journey, but I just maybe wanted to see, try out something different. And yeah, that just
Oh,
happened,
just
in life.
Oh,
The
of course, sometimes it happens. Like, and of course, what I feel life is all about enjoying different things, like, multiple
right.
things at your life. It is not all about the life like you became just, postmaster at the age of 20 and you're going to be retired at the age of 60 being a postmaster. Like, even though I don't really like that thought, of course, give a chance to
Hmm.
yourself, work on something else. And it is, you are going to enjoy once you are stepping into a new thing. It is really fantastic. You will have to put up
Hmm.
more efforts, you will have to learn new things, because when you are going to be in the same field for the long time, it is going to be monotonous, what I feel.
Exactly, exactly. And I think it is like the individual's responsibility to do this, because a lot of people might not actually agree with what you're saying. Because,
Mhm,
in a country like India, where stability and security is so much valued because of our
uh-huh,
past and, our economic condition as a country as a whole,
mhm,
a lot of people even today, even if they have the background and the stability, like the financial stability and everything, even then people want to stick to something, like people would rather have something monotonous than experiment and have it be risky for them, right?
Exactly. Experimenting on yourself, it means putting yourself on risk. And even though the putting
Right.
are just, people who are just, really closest one, putting on
Mm-hmm.
just, putting risk just, on them also. Because
Yeah.
if I'm having the family and if I'm going to take a risk at the age of 40, it is going to be the problem for my family, right? So
Right.
exactly, a lot of people might, they are not going to agree with this thought. But now in India also, you can see a lot of people, they are trying multiple things.
Exactly. Right, right. And it's a very welcome change, like personally. So that's what I mean that,
Mhm,
there are a lot of individual differences in these things. Not everybody sees
mhm,
these things the way we are talking about it. But I think the
mhm,
ones who do, it's the onus
mhm,
is on them to make that
mhm,
change and bring about that change in them and maybe even the society if they can inspire others. So yeah.
mhm. Exactly, for sure. So, and
So
apart from this,
hmm,
this is all about your profession part. When it comes to apart from profession, what you like doing, like in your leisure time
okay,
or
okay.
something?
Seems like the roles
Mhm,
have reversed, but okay, I'll play along. What I do? I have started reading books. I mean, I've always wanted to become an avid reader. If somebody would, if somebody would ask me to describe myself, I always wanted to say I'm an avid reader, but I never read
Oh,
much.
wow.
I never
Okay,
actually read. I
got it.
like the definition about, like, I love the definition.
Yeah,
I'm an
like
avid
reading
reader,
is a
but I
good
wasn't.
habit always.
Yes,
Like
I found it very cool when I found people who read a
talk
lot.
about it and
Yes, but for that I actually have to read. I can't lie, right? So
to
I
be
could
honest, same
not
like me. Oh
read.
my goodness. Even though I
Okay.
would like to have a lot of books, I would like to, like, whenever the people they are talking, reading is the one of the best habits in the world. I feel, oh my goodness, I should read as much as I can. But whenever I'm opening the book, oh my God, it's not an task to read a whole book. So
Right, right,
exactly, I
right.
can understand.
Yeah, so but these days I've given myself like some very little goals. Like I have to read at least 2 pages every day. So I'm doing that for I think more than half a year, more than 6 months now. So I can say
Wow.
that I am reading only 2 pages, even if it's 2 pages a day. But I am reading, so I have completed some books. So it's
Consistency, very
something, yeah,
important thing.
consistency, yeah, which I struggle with a lot. Like that's totally a different, altogether a different topic, and I think we can talk a
Yeah,
lot
but
about that.
recently, even though as I told you that it is tough for me sometimes, but recently
Hmm.
I have done with a book that is The Psychology of Money, written
I
by
just
Morgan
completed
Housel.
that also a few, like just a month or two back. So what was it like for you?
Yeah, first chapter, of course, like it was really interesting for me that no one's crazy. Of course, you should understand the
Yeah,
people they are doing with their finance. It's totally okay because it's their own money, right?
exactly,
You are not someone
exactly.
to going to just give them a lot of advices that you are not right on your place. So I
Hmm.
liked few chapters of that, and after that I liked like Never Enough. That was also the very interesting chapter.
Hmm.
Like we are running towards things. Like why? Like it's never enough. Like you will
It
have to
will never be
keep
enough.
one thing in your
Exactly.
mind because and even though like if you are going to compare yourself with other, just you are going to find it out you are always less. You will be not able to just that is all about the. So I liked that chapter also. Never enough. Be calm, enjoy the journey, and believe in the journey that you are going to. And another chapter that is the compounding and compounding. So
Hmm.
that is very important because if you are doing something for the long time, for sure you are going to get the great results. And
Right,
so
right.
that's a few chapters. Of course, they were really amazing. What I'll say.
Nice, nice. Your compounding, the repetition will bring result. Reminds me of what you said about your YouTube channel. You're putting your efforts 120%. You said so. Yeah, like going
Yeah,
back to
like
that,
this
but yeah, it.
statement about 120%, I just got it by listening to the people like Virat and Priyanka Chopra a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like Virat, whenever he's giving speeches, he's always saying that he would like to give his 120% to become better.
Right,
And
right.
that is very important. You, at the end of the day, you will have to put a lot of efforts that you can say that whatever I did, it was really nice for me. After that, it doesn't matter that what the result is going to be. And I'm
Right.
sure enough that if you're putting efforts towards anything, it is never ever going to be wasted. So,
Right, right. In some, it never goes in vain, right? In some way or the other, it
mhm.
will bring something, like some kind of fruits, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I had to say something, I forgot. Yeah, I was just saying about what you just said. Like, if you put in something, so like, I think regret always comes from not giving your best and not from just
Uh-huh.
the result, right? If we know that we could
Mhm.
have done better and we didn't, that is what brings us the worst kind of regret. So yeah,
Yeah,
just
it
that.
does.
Okay. So, in these sessions here on Clapping, are you
Uh-huh.
always asking the one? Are you always the one who's asking the questions? What is it
No,
like?
it's not like that. It depends on the tutor. But nowadays, I'm
Okay.
so curious to know about people. And of course, I would like to enjoy that conversation. I would like to
Yeah.
learn a lot from that conversation, putting a lot of energy, just, changing that pitch of the voice and a lot of things. I would like to do it because I would like to see this kind of sessions as a part of the great learning for becoming a
Mhm.
good communicator. So, yeah, I enjoy doing that.
That's nice. That's nice. And do you ever reach to the point of the topics? Do you have you ever discussed topics, or it's just generally? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just curious because of the way you talk and you carry yourself, and it just seems like you are the one taking the session right now. So I'm just curious, does that happen in every session, or I've been constantly speaking, which does not happen in a normal, regular clapping or session because I should be
Oh my
the other
goodness,
person
I'm
should be
so
speaking
sorry
more,
if you
right?
feel like
No,
that
no,
I'm
no, no.
taking session.
No, you don't have. No, 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 no. You don't have to be sorry. I am feeling like maybe I should let him speak more because I'm taking too much of his time. This is the time where you should be speaking more. I am feeling guilty. You don't have to be sorry at all. I'm loving
Oh
this.
no, thank you, thank you. Many, many thanks to you. Sometimes, of course, if I'll talk about the Clapingo, I have discussed, it depends on like a speaker. Of course, sometimes they're dedicated to discuss about the topic, and I do like that, of course, because
Mhm.
topics once like we are talking for the first time, and it is very nice
Right.
to discuss a lot of things. Once we are like we have done with the first session, maybe the second time we will be talking specific about any topic, even though we can talk a
Right.
lot deep about it, right? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the thing is. So it depends, but of course I would like to talk with multiple tutors, and I enjoy talking to them. So always it is fantastic knowing new things, new people, and I enjoy, of course.
And do you do that in person as well, like in your real life around you? Do you talk to people, all kinds of people? Like, are you an extroverted kind of person?
Yeah, I am, but the reality is that it is really difficult to find out right-minded people.
Right, right. I agree.
So because the first thing is that even though I would like to talk in English, so they are not going to be
Hmm.
agree talking in English, first thing.
Right, right,
Second
right.
thing, nowadays like people are more into talking about something like politics, or just
Hmm.
talking about the news, whatever it is happening around. But
Right,
I'm more a kind of a positive person where I would like to just talk about optimism or something like that, how we can do it. So it is really,
right,
sometimes it is difficult to find out a person who is like you or who would like to discuss on the same things. So that's why I
right.
found that online talking to the people is really nice, because you can find out the people like you even though they are
I
too
agree.
far. So
Right.
mhm.
Okay, Ashutosh, I'll give you some feedback. We hardly have any time. So not the Clapingo, just Clapingo because proper noun would not take a the. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
And a very little thing, like in English, different is incorrect. It's just different, right? Like in Hindi, we say
Oh.
alag alag,
Mhm.
but in English, just
Mhm.
stick to one different, okay?
Mhm.
And you can work on the your sir and sure sounds. Maybe you are aware of that, okay? So like
Yes, ma'am.
should,
Nowadays, I'm getting that.
right?
Yes, the
Yeah,
feedback,
that's
and I'll
okay.
have
It's
to work
okay.
on that for sure.
But otherwise,
Mhm.
you speak very well. I think you already know that. See, these are very minor mistakes.